This video will be a complete 180 from the things I said in my previous upload, in all honesty. This video is also my first truly scripted and thought out video instead of me aimlessly rambling about stuff, so let's get into it. I need to stop watching gaming discourse, critical gaming topic videos and news on YouTube and start actually playing games again for what they are. The content that I consume on a weekly basis is tainting my views on playing games as a whole and spinning my views on them into thinking negatively about them, harshly stopping myself from playing and immersing myself into games for what they are, and instead agreeing with creators that will post videos often speaking negative about new games releasing, having certain political stances, and all the while I sit there agreeing soullessly with their message and also choose to not give a new game a try just because one or two people on the internet with a large enough online following had a few too many gripes about a game. I have been made to believe that the vast majority of games in the modern age have grown weaker and have been lacking in overall quality as compared with games developed in the last 20 years. I also believe that my suffering attention span developed over these past 10 years due to short form content online has moulded me into finding it an extreme challenge to not put a single player experience down and leave it in the dust instead of actually committing to it. I am making a change to this behaviour. Just today I had become the Horizon champion in Forza Horizon 2 for the Xbox 360 and reached level 50, beating the game, and honestly it was such a lovely driving experience. The coastal roads of the Italia region were definitely a highlight for me in that game, and I completed it using the Nissan Skyline GTR R32, my favourite car. But then, completing all 48 races 10 times in 10 different classes of cars as part of the 100% completion, brother, you've got to be taking the piss, man. It is unlikely but not impossible that I might accept that challenge, but I beat the game for what it was. Currently, I'm doing a second playthrough of the Silent Hill 2 remake that was released in 2024. I always believed that it was a good companion to the original. It has its good things, but also its bad. The bad mostly focused around the game's performance at particular moments, tanking my FPS at times. But that right there was the old me. If I had never played the original Silent Hill 2 and wasn't excited for this remake, consuming content day one of that game releasing and hearing about how rough Unreal Engine 5 is for FPS optimization for the game, I can guarantee there would have been a definitive correlation between consuming these complaints online and me not playing the game as a whole outright because of said complaints from others. But I'm so glad I already got the game and I played it, and I beat the game for what it was. I've always been playing video games as a kid, growing up throughout high school as a teenager, but now I'm at this rough patch in my mid-20s. The landscape of gaming video content nowadays has changed. Sure, there's still commentary and let's play channels out there still doing what they do best. However, over the past few years, creators I feel like have either been popping out left and right with critique-focused content or existing channels pivoting to make these sorts of videos occasionally, all of them typically chiming in on the same news, regurgitating the same message with their own similar beliefs time after time. For me personally, I'm just tired of watching it. Battlefield 6 opened its online storefront for in-game cosmetic items and skins in its first season, and with the announcement of it and the channels chiming in to bash on the decisions with negativity, it turned me away from the game, and I had adopted this mindset of me not playing the game is kind of like a conquest of fighting the good fight against the big corporations and suits that are now a big part of the gaming industry. Like, fuck's sake, man. I ask myself the question now of, do I really give a shit about this? Why am I caring so much about online microtransactions, political themes and stances in games, FPS optimization and Steam charts numbers? Like, what the fuck? When in my own reality, I don't partake in any of these things at all. I feel as if I'm so caught up in all these debates, arguments, news articles and drama surrounding the games I play that I'm not actually playing the fucking game itself and forming my own thoughts and opinions on it for the gameplay and instead hyper-focusing solely on negative conversations surrounding it. It's absolute madness to me now that I deeply think on it. I feel as if this kind of online discourse will forever be a net negative to gaming now, as it stands, and it will only get worse and worse when more and more people stop buying games without watching the game's official trailer or trying out a demo for it, and instead watching nothing but critique about that game's same trailer and demo instead. I also feel as if the creators of this kind of content choose to complain more about aspects of games compared to over 10 years ago. As an example, with first person online shooters, I can make a confident guess that people weren't so deep in discussing things such as netcode, gunplay, in game cosmetics, leaks, layoffs, rendering, and animations. Like, I swear, the biggest complaint people would have been talking about was how broken the Akimbo Model 1887s were in Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in the day. Or maybe the introduction of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's supply drops as a pay-to-win gimmick in that game. But it seems to be down to the last little finite detail of a game's development nowadays that people have a foundation to complain. And half of these people aren't even actively playing the games themselves anyway. It's a choice by them to act and talk miserably because they are miserable as people and choose not to invest any time into playing the games themselves. This is exactly how I've been feeling by thinking like this, and it isn't good. It's time for a change. If you have had similar thoughts or feelings or even different ones, let me know in the comments. Honestly, it would be good to hear some others' opinions on what I've spoken about there today. Going forward, the videos I want to put out will still be discussive, but on a more positive and passionate note on the games that I enjoy, not how I've spoken in the past. That has been it there from me today, and as always, take care of yourself, take care of others, and I will see you when I see you. Take care, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.